Hello from Delta Waterfowl. It's time for our November migration report. We're outside Bismarck, North Dakota right now, and as you can see behind me, pretty much everything here is frozen. Weather's really turned cold and birds are really starting to move. For the start of our migration report, we'll head up to Canada.
Hey y'all, so as you can see, we got some weather up north. It got really cold really quick here in Western Canada. Things are freezing up really fast and it's pushing birds out like crazy. So water's not that great right now, but any big dabblers that we have left are looking really good, and we're getting those big flocks of honkers we've been waiting for. So field hunts are killer right now here. Out east, looking really great. Got a little bit colder out there, so flocks are starting to get bigger and moving more, but it's still presenting a lot of really great hunting opportunities all over Eastern Canada. So have fun out there.
Thanks, Emily. Now for a report from the Pacific Flyway. We'll talk to Jeff Adams.
Coming to you from the shores of the Great Salt Lake to talk to you about the Pacific Flyway today. Hunters in Idaho are looking forward to this first great storm of the winter to bring them more geese and more ducks. Hunters here in Utah have been experiencing one of the best years we've had for ducks since probably 2011, and have great numbers of different species of ducks, from puddlers to divers. Geese have been showing in good numbers, and the tundra swans are now here in force. Our friends in California have had good numbers of speckled bellies in the upper valley. Snow geese are moving in heavily on the forward front of this storm, and the ducks have primarily been staying in the closed zones of the refuges, but are slowly starting moving out into the rice. We wish all of you the best of luck in this coming month.
Thanks, Jeff. Here in the Central Flyway, things have really gotten cold. This is more of a normal start to the winter here in November. Last year we had open water well into November, even to the end of November. This year, most everything is frozen here in North Dakota. We had a huge migration over the weekend, snow geese, Canada geese moving south. Most of the ducks and geese have moved south now. There are still some pockets of open water in the bigger bodies of water, and of course the Missouri River is still open. But most everything is frozen here. If you're hunting in North Dakota, you're going to have to put on some miles driving around to try to find those ducks and geese. It's good news for folks further south in the Central Flyway. You should be seeing some new ducks and geese today, and into the next week. We're going to be pretty cold, so good news and good luck hunting. Next, we'll shift over to the Mississippi Flyway.
Greetings from the Upper Mississippi Flyway here in central Minnesota. Recent weather events in Canada have pushed great numbers of birds into the state. We have great numbers of puddle ducks out in the western part that have been reported milling the fields as the farmers are largely and quickly getting their crops out, seeing a lot of mallards out there. Larger bodies of water are holding great numbers of divers at this last point in the last 24 hours, seeing them on open bodies as opposed to some of the smaller bodies we've lost in the last 24 hours. Up until about 48 hours ago, we had large flocks of wood ducks and teal, but they've shown signs of vacating here in the last 24 hours. Wisconsin has great number of variety of birds from the central part of the state and now just leaking into the southern part of the state. Reports great numbers of puddle ducks in the Horicon Marsh down to the southeastern part of Wisconsin, where there are great numbers of rafts of ringers as well as canvasbacks being reported in the last 24 to 48 hours.
Thanks, Derron. Now for the Atlantic Flyway.
Things are really just starting to kick off in the Atlantic Flyway. I've definitely seen an influx here in Pennsylvania of green-winged teal, including at this public marsh where I'm hunting today, and I've seen large high-altitude flocks of Canada geese, so those birds are definitely migrators as well. In terms of mallards, my contacts at the northern New York border are reporting that the greenheads are starting to cross from Quebec and Ontario, so we're early, but it's good to see that some birds are on the move, and if we get the right weather this month, I expect a good on-time migration in the Atlantic Flyway.
Thanks, Kyle. As you can see and hear, things are on the move, and hopefully that'll bring some new ducks and geese to your area and that you're able to get out and hunt. That's it for Delta's November Migration Report.